Hi, my name is Michael Brew, certified Adobe expert and certified instructor in Dreamweaver Part 2. The prerequisites for this particular class is taking our HTML classes plus taking the Part 1 where we learn about Dreamweaver the program. Lesson 1 is talking about the theory of web design, from starting off with the design processes of storyboarding and also going in and laying out our page. Within the Part 2 class, our basic design for the entire class will be liquid design, where we're not making our tables nor our page elements all one size, but we're using percentages and we're working with division tags, div tags. And so we lay out a page and then we begin to implement our plan. Lesson 2 works with those liquid layouts, and it begins to work with the different tags that you can use in HTML to make sure that your page will flow no matter which way the screen is going, whether portrait or landscape if you're using an iDevice or an Android device, but also how you can make it fit whatever size and resolution the monitor has. We go into that fluid design using not only HTML, but Cascade style sheets. In the Part 2 class, we don't spend a lot of time with Cascade style sheet panel, which we had spent a lot of time within the Part 1. For those of you who are jumping into the Part 2 class, you would want to know about the Cascade style sheet panel and all of the different ways that you can build new Cascade style sheets. Lesson 3 is going in and formatting your web pages. We spend a lot of time inside of the code view working with the HTML code, working with the positioning of our Cascade style sheets. We also go into the liquid layout and how that has been coded into the page. We also then work with files that you bring into Dreamweaver and how you're going to manage those particular files. Lesson 4 has to do with creating forms inside of Dreamweaver. We're doing the front end of the form and not the back end of the form. We put in all of the different form boxes, whether that's a text box, a check box, a radio button, a text box that is going to hold multiple lines, also the submit button and the reset button. We also look at how we can validate the form. If you're calling for an email address, making sure that the email address is correct. It has an @ sign, it has a dot something in order to be able to fit that particular email address. If you're looking for a password, how you can make sure that they enter the password twice, and when they enter the password, that they're correct in both entries of that password. Lesson 5 is how you get multimedia into Dreamweaver. How you insert a movie, whether that movie is going to be one that is streaming or the movie is actually embedded inside of the web page itself. Looking at the different add-in programs that can be integrated inside of Dreamweaver, the Flash player, working with Windows Media Player, the different players that will actually go in and play the video for you. Also how you could target that to a blank page. Then also audio coming into a web page. How you can stream that audio so that it continues to play from page to page, or how that audio clip can be controlled by putting the controls underneath it so that you could stop the audio, you could rewind, you could fast forward, or you could scrub through the audio to a specific place that you want to play. Lesson 6 is how you can make sure that your web page is going to work for mobile devices. Using some built-in jQuery inside of Dreamweaver, you make sure that it plays on your media device, whether that is a cell phone, whether it is an iDevice, whether it's an Android device, making sure your web page does conform and flows to the particular device that you're targeting. Lesson 7 has to do with testing your web page, making sure that it not only connects up to your database, but also goes over well to your web server. It shows you how you can use the live view inside of Dreamweaver to make sure that your pages are going to be dynamic. Lesson 8 in Dreamweaver Part 2 has to do with working with others, working on the website with the team. How you can share those website files out to to other users that happen to be on your team. And then it also looks at the synchronization process inside of Dreamweaver. If you have a team that continually works on the website, how they can go in and they can synchronize the files so that they go only those files into their local copy of Dreamweaver that have been changed since the last time that they were in. It also shows how you can take and put only those files that you've worked on, the new files, back up to the web server. This is Dreamweaver Part 2. I've been Michael Brew. If you have any additional questions about Dreamweaver Part 2, contact your local account executive or career consultant. We hope to see you in class.